It's that time of year again, and Call of Duty is almost upon us. This Modern Warfare is shaping up to be one of the biggest releases in the series' history. With developer Infinity Ward taking the reins again for this iteration, it's their first release since 2016's Infinite Warfare, and here are some of the biggest additions and changes coming to the game. Following on from the overwhelming success of titles like Fortnite that effectively broke down Sony's door and had them make concessions for select third-party content, now PC and console players have the ability to duke it out without having to double dip to play against their friends on opposing platforms. This is a massive leap forward for COD, and with this huge title now boasting this much requested feature, we expect to see a very large uptick in active player counts at launch, which means even more KDR for the series veterans. Your progression will carry over between all 3 game modes this year, including the returning Spec Ops, Campaign Story and Multiplayer. We certainly expect to see the return of multiplayer series favourites like Kill Confirmed, Search and Destroy and Domination, but there is also now Ground War. Ground War is a massive 32v32 mode that brings a huge battlefield that over the years has usually been associated with the Battlefield franchise. This mode was first added to COD by Treyarch as a limited time mode for Black Ops 4, and Infinity Ward has obviously learned enough lessons from that to make this a fixture in Modern Warfare. Players who enjoyed the large-scale Battle Royale style of Blackout will definitely have fun here, and it's a great addition that increases the types of experiences you can have with COD. It will no doubt have some flaws going forward, but if you don't like the feeling of this mode, then there are plenty of other much tighter experiences to be had, and one of these is Gunfight. Infinity Ward is seemingly doing a great job proving they're listening to the fan base, and another much requested mode is making its way into the game. Gunfight is essentially a fast-paced, round-based gun game that you'd find in a title like Counter-Strike Global Offensive. They've implemented it in a tight 2v2 setting, and the rip-roaring arsenal of weaponry they've made this year really suits this mode down to a T. It would have been very interesting to see this particular mode on an even bigger scale, like 12v12, but the fact it's even here on top of all the other new additions is certainly extremely welcome. Tactical or Super Sprint is now in the game, which allows you to move at an even faster rate than regular sprint, but also with the downside of a slower gun drawing, so you can't Leroy Jenkins your way into every room with a shotgun. There's also a sprint time penalty to stop you running marathons non-stop, and this is brilliant for those times you need to breeze past some campers or avoid sniper fire. Mounting your gun behind cover anywhere is now also possible, which adds a whole new layer of tactical engagement. You can now even interact with doors in several ways by either simply pushing them open, barging straight through them, or even slowly peeking and changing angles. It looks like COD has really been taking its time in seeing what other great FPS titles like Rainbow Six Siege have done well, then implemented their own versions. And it really shouldn't be underestimated how much some of these somewhat minor additions have improved the tactical element of the moment-to-moment gameplay. This is still COD at heart, and the run and gun Twitch reaction style is still here, but now there are actually inbuilt mechanics that help you to change up your playstyle. With all these huge additions coming to the game, there are inevitably going to be some downsides that players may not like, and the main of these are the potential implementation of loot boxes. Now, it's absolutely no surprise to see this surprise mechanic return, and players during the beta found a screen that perhaps indicated the game may launch with them as opposed to 3 months down the line like Black Ops 4 did. There is no season pass this year, so Activision are likely to look for ways to make up this revenue difference, and some form of paid battle pass or highly incentivized loot box rewards seem like their likely solution. Loot boxes are always a difficult subject to broach, as some people can't stand them and others don't mind them, depending on whether they can be bought outright or whether they provide an unfair advantage over players who don't spend more on them. This is definitely an area to keep an eye on, and we'll update you as soon as we know more. So what are your thoughts about the new COD title? Are you excited to get your hands on what Infinity Ward have been working on? Do let us know how you feel about this one, and as always, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe and set your notifications on so you never miss a vid. And for more ongoing tips, guides and coverage on Modern Warfare, keep it locked here on VG247.com.